Hello, Finance and Governance Committee, city staff, and members of the public. My name is Helen Miller, and I'm the City of Oxnard's Chief Information Officer. Today, I'm presenting this agenda item for an amendment to IT Transformation Plan Execution Strategy and Roadmap Agreement number 323-00240 with Avasant LLC. The recommendation is that the Finance and Governance Committee recommend that City Council approve and the Mayor execute an amendment to Avasant LLC Agreement number 323-00240 for information technology consulting services for an additional $130,375, resulting in a revised not to exceed total cost of $279,375 for the completion of an IT transformation plan execution strategy and roadmap on or before June 30th, 2023. In January 2023, the city executed an agreement and began work with Avasant, a technology management advisory services company, to develop a strategy and sourcing study for guiding the execution of the city's information technology, IT, transformation, and operating model plans. Key advisory elements of this engagement are to document and confirm key city department and IT drivers and the IT transformation and operating risks that should be addressed in the execution strategy and roadmap. Provide future state options, optimizing the city's sourcing framework for each transformation and operating model element, and build consensus for the future direction. And finally, to define an IT transformation plan execution strategy and roadmap. Like many organizations today, the city is facing challenges in fulfilling evolving IT needs based solely on an internal staff approach. The envisioned execution strategy will help the city identify the optimal sourcing approach to execute each element of the transformation plan and operating model, including the use of software as a service, aka SaaS, which is a subscription-based software licensing model versus a more traditional capital investment ownership-based model, cloud-based solutions versus traditional on-premise city models and solutions, third-party managed services, contractors to support short-term initiatives, will identify the dependencies for migrating to the identified solutions and provide the specific short, intermediate, and long-term actions required for the city to achieve identified transformation objectives, which leverage the efficiencies and effectiveness that come from mirroring city departments' current and future operations with modern, digital, resident-centric, easy to do business with technology foundations that also open a gateway to city. Engagement kicked off on February 1st, 2023, and was scheduled to be completed on March 23rd, 2023. However, the city and Avasant determined that an additional 5 weeks are required to complete the study. Staff recommends an additional 2-week contingency, bringing the total duration of this engagement to a maximum of 15 weeks with completion on or before June 30th, 2023. The Avasant amendment to add $130,275 for 7 additional weeks of services is attributed to the extra time necessary for city staff investigation and collection of information that is vital to Avasant's scope and the comprehensiveness and quality of the vendor's final deliverables to the city. Versus centralized IT model, coupled with an IT staffing shortage as reflected by IT's 62% vacancy rate. This amendment will allow for the completion of data collection, current state assessment, target systems environments and operating model, technology market scan, financial model, and strategy with roadmap. Here's a table showing the projected cost for the Avasant agreement amendment. Row 1 shows the $149,000 cost of the original 8-week professional services agreement that ended on March 23rd, 23. Row 2 shows the $93,125 cost of adding the 5 weeks to complete the remaining scope of work with this amendment. Row 3 shows $37,250 cost of adding a 2-week contingency. The revised total not to exceed cost for this agreement with amendment increases from $149,000 to a new not to exceed of $279,375. Funding for this amendment is budgeted in IT department's current fiscal year 22-23, and no allocations of funds are required in future fiscal years. The recommendation is that the Finance and Governance Committee recommend that City Council approve and the Mayor execute an amendment to Avison LLC Agreement Number 323-00240 for Information Technology Consulting Services for an additional $130,375, resulting in a revised not to exceed total cost of $279,375 for the completion of an IT transformation plan execution strategy and roadmap on or before June 30th, 2023. This concludes my presentation. IT department staff will be available at the April 25th, 2023 Finance and Governance Committee meeting to answer questions.